Welcome student. In this video class, I shall explain to you about this particular program, that is to count the frequency of an element given in a list. Okay, so you can see this is the code, okay, for this particular program, and this is what we are going to get out of it. So here you will also understand what exactly, okay, this frequency means. Okay, so let's see. The first thing is you have to do is enter the element. Okay, actually you should add s there, so elements, many elements will be there inside this list. So let's say I give 23 and 3, then 45, then I repeat 23 again. Okay, and then another 23. Okay, so then 3, then I hit the enter key. Now it's asking for the element, which means whose frequency you want. Let's say I want of 23. So when I give 23, what it's going to do is it's going to count how many times 23, okay, is has been it occurs in this particular list. Okay, and which in another word would mean how many times have you entered that same number. Okay, so let's say I give 23. So you would see that the answer would be 23 has frequency as 3 because 3 times you have entered 23. So if I run again this program, and then you can give another number, and if suppose that number is not repeated also, okay, uh, you can also do that. But let's say I give 56 twice. So you will see if I give 56, it's going to say has been, the frequency is 2. Okay, so but now I hope you understand what this particular program means, okay, what you're doing. So let us just understand the coding, what exactly uh, we are doing here. First of all, we ask for the list, right? That's how you get this. Okay, enter the element inside the list. Okay, so I said add that s, which I've added, after which I ask for the, I take the length, okay, of the list. Now why do we want the length of the list? In this case the length would be 1 2 3 4 5 because I have entered 5 elements, so 5 will be stored in length. Now this is important for this part where we are going to use a loop, and that length will give you the limit of the loop. That means how many times this loop will go, right? So basically you can have more elements, more than 5, and maybe you give 7, then length will give you 7, so this loop also will go 7 times. And if you give 10 elements, then the length will be 10, and of course the loop also will go 10 times. All right, now coming to the this other part is where you ask for that element whose frequency you want. Okay, so this is the part. Okay, as you can see, enter element. So you can be more precise here. You can just write enter the element whose frequency you want to search or anything. You can write more here. Then the next thing we do is we are uh, putting one variable, okay, and we're assigning 0 to it, and this particular variable will do the counting of the frequency, right? So coming to the next part is where we start the loop, and of course we're using a for loop, and of course the range, right? Now as I've already explained in the previous classes about range, remember this is your starting, that is 0. You can give 1, you can give 2, because by default of course it's going to start mm, from 0 itself. Okay, if you want to start from 1 you can give so, but remember this would be minus 1. Okay, so basically if I say 5, if there is a 5 element, okay, or in this LST, so 5 will come here and 5 minus 1 will be 4, but 0 to 4 will mean 5 only. Okay, so that's the motive behind this, by that's why we're giving 0. Okay, so that it starts from 0 and n less than 1 to this length. Okay, then after which what we're doing here is that we are checking if element is equal to this j, and so whatever element they have searched, like in this case I have given 56. Okay, so 56 is stored where? It's stored in element. Okay, so let me just reduce this. You can see both the input and the output as well. So you can see that. Okay, let's see. You have just try to enhance it this way. So you can see both. Okay, right. So you see, if element is equal to LSDJ, now element will hold what? That 56, as you can see. Okay, it will be stored in element. So 56 will be searched in this LSDJ. And now what is LSDJ? LSDJ is 0 right now. J is 0. So which means you're pointing to the index 0, which is 12. So you're checking if 56 is equal to 12, which is false here. So it's not going to come to this next line, right? Then it comes to the next. We are still in the loop, alright? So it goes to the next iteration of j. Now j will become, automatically it will become 1. After 0, it will become 1. Now which means LST1, you are pointing at 56 here. Okay, so 56, yes, which is stored in element is equal to this 56 now. Okay, that's when this count will increment itself. It was initially 0, now it will become 1. Then after which again the loop will start and j now will become 2. And having 2 now in LST as an index, you will have 76. But 56 is not equal to 76, so it's not going to count it, right? So again, j will go to the next iteration. That will be 3, and this is your index 3, 87. And 87 again, it's not equal to 56, which is stored in element, so it will not come to count again, right? But now and last, that is 4. Okay, so the fourth index is 56, so 56 is equal to 56. Count will again increment itself. From 1 it will become 2, right? After which now it's checking if count is equal to 0. No, count is equal to 2. So it comes to the else part and it prints the element has frequency as count, and count will have 2. That's why you have 56, which came from element, has frequency as you can see that, has frequency as, and this 2 comes from this count, okay, which has been doing the counting here, okay, in a given list, as you can see, is the string we have given that. So actually you can write anything in this green, you see this green text here, you can write anything else also, but remember the one in black, they are all variable, so you're printing the value directly here. 56 has a frequency of 2. Okay, so I hope you understand what exactly it's doing. It's very simple. You just get the number and then start checking one by one, okay, all the elements in a list. Okay, and once it gets it, it just increment that count, which was initially 0, then keeps on counting if it is equal. But suppose you enter something which is not there. Let's just run this one more time. Okay, I will give the same numbers or some other number also. Okay, so 34, then I repeat 12. Okay, but now element I will give something which is not there. 99 is not there, so if you give 99, element will store 99. Okay, so when element store 99, it will keep on checking is 99 is equal to 12, is 99 is equal to 45 to 67 to 34 to 12. So all of them will be false. This will be false and count will never get incremented, will not come to this line. So count will remain 0. Hence this part, if count is equal to 0, will become true. So it's not going to go to the else part. Okay, so what it's going to do is it's going to print this. So let's just hit the enter key here, and you will see that it's saying 99 not found in the list because count is equal to 0, right? So I hope with this you understand, and in the next video we're going to see how we find the frequencies of all the elements. We may have 12 repeated, 67 repeated in this case. Okay, so in that way you can have all the frequencies of all the elements that we're going to do in the next video class. As of now, thank you.